Hello and welcome to Breezy Chatter. Today I'm going to be talking about The Bold and the Beautiful, but first and foremost, thank you to those who have subscribed to my channel. Your subscription is highly appreciated, and let's get started. So it looks like Steffi didn't make it onto the plane to join Ridge and Brooke for the revamp of Brooke's bedroom. I'm not gonna say that Hope sabotaged Steffi, but I will say that she could have tried a little harder to make sure that Steffi had her passport. But what I found even more interesting is that we have Hope still fantasizing, still staring, giving the googly eyes to Finn while he's with his wife, while he's not paying her any attention. She's still fantasizing about him. You'd think that she'd see the connection between the two of them and leave well enough alone. We had Finn playing mediator between Hope and Steffi, and I just wish he would stay out of it or at least side with his wife wholeheartedly. Stop straddling the fence. Stop trying to be the nice guy to everyone. Stop telling Hope that he understands how she feels about her line and that he understands that since the numbers are poor for Hope for the future, they may have to scrap it. I think Finn should stick to what he knows best, which is being a doctor, and he should mind his business where Steffi and Hope are concerned. But we'll see what happens there. I know that it's only a matter of time before Hope crosses the line even further with Finn. I knew he was going to just act like what Hope was saying was no big deal. He thinks he has things under control. He really believes that Hope is this wholesome woman that would never make a real pass at him, even though she already has by talking about how great he is and how she's attracted to him. That's already red flag number one, and he should be shutting her down. But he's not doing that because he thinks he has things under control, and he really thinks he knows what Hope is all about, and he has no clue whatsoever. I can't wait to see how Finn handles Hope really putting some serious moves on him. We'll have to wait and see what happens there, but we know it's coming up somewhere down the line. We also have Will returning from boarding school. It looks like he's been traveling. I must say, I felt bad for him when he returned to what he thought was his home with his father. And he was sort of treated like a stranger. He was treated like an outsider. He walked in on his father, and unbeknownst to him, Bill was in bed with Poppy. She screamed like he was a burglar, and he stepped out of the room. And Bill's trying to smooth things over. He's telling Will, that's Poppy. And we have Luna walking in and asking him, who is he? So it really was giving, what are you doing here? Who let you in through the back door? And maybe you need to find your way out. I think it was all a bit much for Will to have to deal with. I think Bill was very selfish and inconsiderate of Will's feelings with the way he handled moving Poppy and Luna into their house. And Poppy, she caught on quickly and she said, maybe me and Luna can leave. We can stay at the apartment while you guys sort things out and you can let them know everything that's going on. We'll come later on down the line. And Bill said, oh no, I won't have it. Will, this is your family. And he's telling Will that he has to be respectful to them. He's trying to force Will to give Luna a hug. And he's still trying to wrap his head around this whole situation. And now you're trying to make him bond with them when he's still trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So Will started off very respectful, but when his father was telling him that he raised him to be someone respectful and he was being respectful, he had to hit his father with a dose of honesty, which is, I don't know these people. These are your people that you've dug up from somewhere. Don't just expect me to open up the welcome wagon and to roll out the red carpet because you want me to. That's not how it works. And Will said, I'm staying at mom's, and he got the hell out of there. And I don't blame him. I would have left too. And he explained everything to his mother. His mother, she felt bad. She doesn't want her son and Bill to have a strained relationship. So she's trying to convince Will that Bill means well and that it's really Poppy that's the real problem in this whole situation. And now that we've seen what we've seen on Friday, I think we're all giving Poppy the side eye, like, okay, now it's really starting to look like you're responsible for not only the death of Tom, but definitely the death of Hollis. Hollis was the last person to have that backpack that belonged to Tom Starr, and now that backpack is at Poppy's apartment behind the chair. And it just so happens that Luna was looking for something in the apartment, came across the backpack, opened it up, pulled out letters, and just started reading them. And those letters were very clear, where you have Tom saying he wants to see his daughter. He's saying Luna is his daughter. He's saying it's hard for him to be apart from his child on the holidays. And all the letters were returned to sender. And when Poppy saw her daughter Luna reading those letters, she sort of got a little tough with her, like, what are you doing? And she said, I'm reading these letters. These letters are from Tom, and he's saying that he's my father. And she's looking at her mother, and her mother's face got so tight. And she's wondering, like, is Katie right about you? Did you have something to do with his death? And of course, then that's the cliffhanger. I'm just wondering where this storyline is going. Is Poppy going to jail? Is she a raving lunatic and a murderer? I'm just trying to figure out what's going to happen here. Is it going to turn out that Lee was in on this and she came up with that bogus paternity test just to hide the fact that Tom Starr is actually Luna's father? And I must say, I am so looking forward to finding out more about this murder mystery. I'm looking forward to finding out what role Poppy plays in this. And also, what role does Lee, Jack, and Justin play in this? Because Jack and Justin came out of nowhere, right on time for Tom's performance. And Lee was there, which is, kind of weird. So I can't wait to find out what they all have to do with this. And that is my commentary. If you liked it, hit like, subscribe, and leave comments. Thank you for your time. Until next time, ta-ta.